In terms of enlightenment, I have had my own opening experiences, my own awakening experiences, so I could easily drift into the whole realm of what is considered enlightenment and not come at it from a preconceived or rigid notion that is pretty common in the West, I think. We have an unfortunate thing, I call it the misappropriation of knowledge, is that we misappropriate these beautiful wisdom traditions from other cultures. What I see as depression, anxiety, or even pathology, which is my area of expertise in terms of a clinical psychology point of view, it is a disposition away from, so it's a disposition away from one's unity consciousness. Okay, that's how I see it. Now, there's varying degrees of that. So the smallest degree is called stress. Stress is experienced when we move slightly ajar, we're slightly to the side, but only slightly, to the nature of who we are. We cannot forego our position as human to human, eyeball to eyeball, you and me looking at each other. If we do, we experience this small thing called stress. And then that is how, unfortunately, additive as an organism. The more we bracket or contain our living experience away from connection with another human being, the more we experience stress. First and foremost, we are organic beings living in an organic environment. Everything about us speaks to our organicity. So the further we become detached from our organismness, our flesh and bloodness, the reverie of tissue and sinew and brain patterns and smiles and laughter and sexuality, the further we become dissociated from that in degrees is when we actually experience stress, anxiety, and then further along depression, and perhaps even further along something like suicidality or panic or something like that. The incongruence people feel sometimes in their sexual behavior is not merely a social comment on what they feel is a judgment, but it can only become activated if they themselves are already disposed against accepting of what their inner nature is telling them.